All right, when you first log in, you will want to go to the People module. So you can either click on the widget, or you can go to the modules drop-down menu and click on People. Then we're going to click on Certifications and Add Certification. Now in this video, we're going over some of the more advanced features when you're adding a certification. If you just want a quick video just to see how to add a certification and assign it to a role, then you'll want to look at the other video titled Adding a Certification in Cash-Strack Simple. That is also on our YouTube channel. Now we're going to put in the name of the certification. So let's say we're doing CDL, Commercial Driver's License. Now these first options are parent and child certifications. So if I have a commercial driver's license, I would say that a child certification of this would be driver's license. And what I mean by that is the CDL fulfills the requirements of a driver's license. For instance, if I have a user and they have the CDL requirement and the driver's license requirement, when I upload their commercial driver's license, it will turn that certification green, but then it will also force the driver's license certification to be green. And it will remain green, or valid, I should say, until the CDL expires. So as long as the CDL is valid, the driver's license is valid as well. Just because you're not going to need a regular driver's license on file for someone that has a CDL. Obviously, they're good to drive a regular car if they can drive commercially. The next field down is information. That's to describe the process or guidelines for completing the certification, or any other information that you want to provide to your users can go there. The URL, be any link that may be required or recommended to fulfill the certification. For example, if you use an online background check, you may enter the URL here so that they can easily access it. Attachment, typically used for a blank copy of the form or a document that the user must fill out and submit for the certification. Or it could be a training PowerPoint that the user needs to complete this. And you also can upload multiple attachments. So if some are references and some are forms, however you need to do that. Now, online training is a pretty advanced option. This is any courses that may need to be created internally. You can use this. It will automatically link the certification to a Moodle course that an admin or a teacher, which we'll talk about here, can create and edit. So say you have a certification for forklift training and you want to create that course. You can put videos, PowerPoints, quizzes, whatever you want into Moodle, and it will directly link back to the People module of Cash-Strack. It will create a certification once they've successfully completed that course, and it will turn them green. Now, cost of training and time to complete training, these are the combination of these fields allow a company to make business decisions, when workers have expired training. If everyone is green, then, everyone's good to go. There's no reason to compare. But say, for example, there's an upcoming job and you have two people that you can send out, right? You have, say, Bob or Sally. And, Bob needs a course that takes 8 hours to complete, but it only costs $100. And Sally needs a training course that takes only 1 hour to complete, but it costs $500. So now you can, more easily decide who you're going to send out. Do you have more time or do you have more money? What are you going to do in that situation? So this just helps you a little bit. Then we have the certification never expires checkbox. Obviously, a CDL does expire, so we're going to uncheck this. Say it's good for 1 year. And, say you want notices to start going out 60 days before it expires. So the 60-day mark would change the certification from green to blue. It's the first notice. It's going to send an email out to the user. And let's say the next one is 30 days. And that's going to turn from blue to yellow. And a notification is going to go out to the user and the supervisor to make sure people are notified to get this done. And then these are also the colors that the certifications will show on reports. All right, so next we have unique refresher training. So this is used if the requirements are different for the initial course and the refresher. For example, if initial course for certification takes 5 hours and costs $500 and is valid for 2 years, the refresher may only take, 1 year, and it may only cost $75, and it may only be valid for 1 year. Any parameters that are different that need to be tracked differently can be set up under the refresher training. So then we have allow batch submission. For example, say several employees attend the same training session, and the only proof of completion that they have for that is a sign-in sheet. So you have 20 people that sign in the sheet, and instead of having to go to every person's account, 20 people's account, and upload that exact same sheet to show that they completed some training, this batch submission would just allow you to do that one time. So you just check off the roles of the users that can submit, and you'll be good to go. The last section is the privacy section. You may have certain documents that have confidential information, such as social security numbers or banking information. And you can decide who you want to hide these from, whether it's emailed reports that go out, a QR report if you have a QR code on, someone's ID badge that can easily be scanned and their files can be accessed. You'd want to hide those things. So you can either hide the entire certification. So you may have social security card, that name is just completely hidden, or you can just hide the attachment. So someone may still want to see that they're green in the social security card certification, but they don't want that attachment visible to be able to open and read. And then we also have the access levels here. You may only want admins to view certain things, and then anyone beneath should not. However you want to set that up. So once that's complete, you hit submit. And the exact same way that we did the last video with just the simple upload, you want to assign the certification to a role, because it won't be turning red or yellow or notifying anybody if it's not a requirement on their account. And the way we do that is through roles. So a CDL, that's not going to be for all team members. That may just be for a driver and the driver supervisor, anyone that's on the DOT team. And we can save those changes, pop over to associated users, see which of our guys is now required to have CDL. And then we can go ahead and upload that. So let's say this is the CDL. I'm going to approve that. And you can now see that because I uploaded the CDL, which is a parent of the driver's license, now that driver's license immediately turns green with the same expiration as the CDL, but it has this little INH for inherited. So that is all for today.